Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 76 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Pretty good. We survived episode 75. Yay.
Yes.
We had a blast. If you missed it, we live streamed our 75th episode last Saturday. Not Friday. Saturday.
Oh, well, yeah, Saturday.
Saturday. Went through our top 75 favorite games of all time. Had a blast doing it. It did not go as long as episode 50, but we tried.
We were only about an hour short.
We gave it the old college try, trying to get it to. We didn't really try to, but we had a lot of fun. Got to talk to a lot of people in the chat.
I was pleased with the turnout.
Yeah, higher than episode 50, which is what we would hope.
Yep.
And the plan, episode 100, we'll live stream that.
I'm not gonna lie, 75 went a lot smoother than I thought it would.
We were so stressed out
From
before.
two people that really have, I won't say no, but little technical
AV.
savvy, AV
It's not
experience,
even AV.
whatever.
It's like so specialized, trying to figure out.
We
streaming
had
stuff.
streaming issues going in. I guess because we both use Macs.
Yes.
Probably be a lot easier if we had PCs, but we're Mac guys.
I'm not going to go buy $1,000 PC or something.
But it went off without a hitch. We had lots of issues before, but
Yep.
once we started rolling, it actually went off
The
fine.
funny thing is, I kept trying to tell you to calm down because I was like, no wonder.
No wonder you're extinct.
If it screws up, we just default to the FaceTime HD camera. We've got the sync. We've got rid of the sync this time. It'll be fine. But then once I got there, I was like, no, this has to work. This looks so good. And I was stressed out.
agree.
I was like, now
Yeah.
I understand why he was stressing out so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you didn't see it yet, go back, check out episode 75. We go through our top 75 games of all time. Not in any order. Well, I mean, it's in an order. It's in alphabetical order. But we just don't have the free time to rank 1 through 75. Maybe we'll. No, I'm not even going to say that for episode 100. I'm not even going to say that.
Yeah.
What else? We saw Wonder Woman opening night. Spoiler alert: we both absolutely loved it. Has it changed for you? Oh, by the way, go back and check out our review from Friday if you haven't seen it yet. Has anything changed for you? Because I know even like the next day on Batman vs Superman, it had gone down like a half a point. 2 days later, had gone down a full point. The more I thought about it.
So my only thing, I still love the movie as much as I thought I did. But last night, you're not kidding around over there.
I'm not. I gotta catch up to you.
Last night, we watched Logan. And by we, I mean Brittany and I, because
Blu-ray
Brittany hadn't
or
seen it
streaming?
before. We just rented
Okay.
it on DirecTV or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Or
did
Apple
you do
TV.
the black
I don't
and
remember
white?
what we did. No, it
Okay.
was only the color
Okay.
one. I love Wonder Woman. But it's definitely 3.
It is definitely not Logan.
I forgot.
You forgot how special and how good that was.
God. Logan is...
It was the Dark Knight of non-Batman movies.
Yeah, it was not like other... I don't even want to call it a superhero movie because I feel like that is selling it short somehow. I don't know. It's just a good movie. It has nothing to do... Yeah, there's a superhero in it. A few, I guess, really. But God, that movie is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I stand by Wonder Woman is a solid number 3 on my list.
It's
Dark Knight,
yeah.
Logan, Wonder Woman.
It
And
has-
that may change over time.
Oh, of course. But as it stands now, it hasn't
as of right now, yeah,
it
number
hasn't
3.
dropped for me at all. I feel like it's kind of like Firewatch. Stick with me. Just the further away I get from it, the more I think about it, the more I like it.
Right.
I saw Ernie wasn't as big a fan. He said it was good, but he said the third act was a mess. No offense, Ernie. I didn't see that at all. I thought the third act was awesome.
Yeah, I loved all 3 acts. So here's one thing that I wanted to bring up during our review, and I didn't. I say it's somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but not knowing enough about Wonder Woman, I'm somewhat serious about it. Will we, in any Wonder Woman movie, Justice League movie, whatever movie, are we ever going to see the invisible plane?
I hoped.
I don't know how you pull that off and make it cool. I don't know how that doesn't come off as super cheesy.
I mean, spoiler, the invisible jet's not there. What I hoped they would have done is said something like when she made a big jump, like that time when she jumped
I
during
think
that
they
fight.
make reference to it at some point.
That's what I
But
thought.
I
They
don't
would
think
have
we
been
ever
like.
see, well, we wouldn't see it.
I thought I wanted
but-
somebody to just be like, "How do you jump that high?" or something like that, and she'd be like, "What do you think? I got an invisible jet or something?" Just that would have brought the house down.
Right. Yeah. But no,
Shout out to you because I wanted to bring it up too because I was wondering if the ultimate jet, if the invisible jet was going to make an appearance in it.
well, because I watched for like the 17th time, I happened to come across Lego Movie this morning, and Wonder Woman is briefly
they
in
handled it so well,
and
that.
the
It was
one,
awesome.
we can get in the, we can get in the bat plane. That's all right. We have my invisible jet.
There's nothing there; it just explodes.
Oh God,
So good. I loved it.
That's such a good movie. But yeah, Wonder Woman, solid number 3 on my rankings of superhero movies. Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I
It's
don't want
not
to get
even
into
worth
all
trying to get into that. But I mean, it's. I mean, Dark Knight is my favorite movie of all time. Period. It is my number 1 movie of all time. It's
See, I don't even know if
one.
I could. Yeah, I don't know.
Inception somewhere up. I'm just thinking of the Nolan movies. Inception's up there. I think The Prestige is so underrated. There's no
So
point.
my number 1 criteria that I would use to do all-time movie rankings is if I come across it on TV randomly, am I going to stick around and watch it? Dark Knight is one
I
of
don't
those
care
movies.
where it is. Yes.
Lego Movie is one of those movies. And you know what else is one of those movies that just happened to come on right after Lego Movie this morning?
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Back to the Future.
Oh yes.
Even
the boys still haven't watched it. I feel like I'm failing.
there's some.
Is it
I mean-
not? Are they too young still? I don't think so. It was PG,
There's some
right?
S bombs.
Really?
There's a lot of Marty
Wasn't it
saying,
PG?
holy, and then on TBS it's holy
Crap.
jeez.
Oh.
But I mean, I think Noah. Yeah, it's not like they've never heard a bad word.
Yeah,
But-
their mom swears a lot. I'm
Yeah.
kidding, Jess. I mean, you're not watching, but if you, actually, you do watch. So sorry, honey.
Noah could absolutely watch it. Nick's maybe, I don't know. I feel like it would almost be too much for them. Just the whole.
Getting their
I don't
head
know
around
that they
it.
would. Yeah.
See, the other thing, what I was going to say though, when the movies come on TV, I just like to touch this table. If you forgot, we built our own table. It's just awesome. I'd like to do this. It just feels good. We did a really good job on this.
I noticed during Wonder Woman.
I was just
You were
doing
like,
this a
so
lot.
I was thinking about.
I just love this. It's like
it
if I
does
could,
feel real soft.
if I could drape myself in velvet, I would, or whatever the quote is. It seems like whenever I see Dark Knight on TV, it's always at the 18-wheeler chase. It's always at some part of that,
Yeah.
either when he's about to pull out the bazooka, or when when Batman's about to flip it, or when he's
slaughter
like, "Hit me,
is the best
hit
medicine
me."
or
Yeah,
whatever.
Instead of
Yeah.
laughter, it's just God. That movie's perfect.
Yeah.
Movie's perfect. This was not our top 75 movies of all time, but you would have thought it was. So anyways, check out the Wonder Woman video. Go back and check out episode 75. We had so much fun doing it. If you're a Kind of Funny fan, they announced a lot of stuff at Kind of Funny Live 3 this weekend. I almost said week. This weekend. We'll see how it goes.
I saw. I was curious if this was ever going to come up. It probably did a lot more than I'm even aware of. I saw somebody tweeted, literally just some random Joe Schmo. I doubt he's watching, but shout out to you if you are, or
Shout
whatever
out
your
to you,
name
Joe
is.
Schmo. No offense.
Tweeted something like, "With Kind of Funny Live 3, about to happen. Does anybody know No Taxation's whereabouts?" And then he added Aaron on there as well, and she's like, "Yep, he's working."
Right next to me. Yeah.
So, yeah. I thought it would have been cool for him to
there
show up.
was
There's
no
no way.
Especially after.
But that
did you
would've-
ever go back and listen to that Tom Woods interview?
No,
they
I haven't.
they definitely had a big falling out.
Really?
Yeah.
It is weird now just seeing. I'm trying to think of who. It may have even been Bernardo. Somebody tweeted something recently and did like a GIF of
GIF.
when I think Kind of Funny Kevin. So it was Colin and Greg, and I think
yes.
was when
Yes.
Kevin
The
dropped
freak out.
the C bomb. I think
I don't think it was C-bomb. It was
it
something
was
like
a bad bomb.
I thought it was.
And
I
they
thought
were
it was just him going.
And like just seeing, I mean,
It
I
made
got a
me so
little
sad.
Yeah, like
I think
I
it
love
was something
Colin,
like-
I love Greg, but like, God, I do miss
Them
and it just
together.
seems so long ago now. Like
I know a lot. It's only
it's
been
weird
3
to think
months.
of Colin.
This all happened in the last 3 months.
Yeah, it's sad. It sucks, but
I think that GIF was something about Kevin said
GIF.
the GIF. Somehow Kevin like finally, it was like the first time he talked back and was like, well, why don't you kiss my ass or something like that? And they're, that whole freak out though went on for like another 4 or 5 seconds. That wasn't in that. Oh my God. It was one of my favorite Kind of Funny moments of all time.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have some more on Kind of Funny Live 3 this week. We'll see how that goes. Tease, hashtag tease. So we'll see how that goes. What else? Anything else you got before we get in the rigmarole? We're doing our E3 predictions.
What's the
this
rigmarole?
episode. I cannot wait. Well, just getting into that there.
Yeah, okay. Well, then what are you drinking over there?
We are drinking for the first time on camera Bell's Two-Hearted Ale.
It's got a big fish on it.
Fantastic.
This is why
American
I feel like
IPA.
this is like a southern. Oh, it's from Michigan. It's
Comstock.
an American IPA.
They fish in Comstock. I mean, Michigan.
I know all about Comstock. They definitely fish there.
All I know is this is a great beer. I had
very
never seen it bottled. We were at Costco this weekend because that's the exciting life that I live. And I said, holy crap, they got
I've
24
only had
Bells.
it on draft before.
I've never seen it in a store. I've never seen it at Kroger, even the make your own 6-pack or anything. I've never seen it anywhere. So when I saw it, I was like, yep, $36, whatever. That's basically $9 a 6-pack. That's what it is for any good beer. So do you remember like it as much as you remember it?
Oh yeah, it's delicious. I love it. So Brittany and I, before we went out to dinner last night, we just had a long, busy day. So we're like, let's go get a beer before dinner. So we went to On Tap.
Nice.
Shout out to On Tap Growlers. They now serve beer by the pint there. Probably
So,
nobody
Nick
other
and
than
Adam,
maybe Mark. Probably nobody
Mark,
watching this
yeah.
actually lives in Collierville. But
Or Memphis.
check out On Tap Growlers. I had planned on going back after dinner to actually fill up a growler, and then after dinner I was just too full, and a growler just didn't sound good
gross,
anymore.
yeah.
But
Excuse you.
they had, so I tried. I mean, I'd had it before, but I tried. Oh God, what's the brewery?
Local or?
No, microbrew, but not local. They have an IPA that's good, and I can't remember what it's called. But
Yazoo?
No, but their non-IPA was Moohoo, like Yoo-hoo, but Moohoo.
Oh.
It was a chocolate milk stout.
Oh.
Not good.
I don't
oh
know.
My God, it was.
I just don't like
delicious.
stout. I don't like coffee stouts. I never liked that chocolate Bach, but it's just Sam Adams, so maybe that's
Well,
why.
chocolate Bach isn't very good. This was actually, I mean, when you smelled it, it smelled like
Yoo-hoo.
chocolate milk. I'm gonna look it up now because it's a brewery you would know of. But
Moohoo.
so I got a pint of the Moohoo, and it's just fantastic. And they have an IPA that you've had, I've had, we've all had.
I forgot to
Moohoo
turn
beer.
off the capture thing. I just saw it pop up and say
That's
capture. Dang.
Terrapin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um,
Terrapin's good.
Hopsecutioner was the IPA. But yeah, Terrapin.
Is that the one in like the orange can or something? You brought him over here one time.
It might have been. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But oh God, it's so good. Very, very good.
It's very good. Very, very nice.
So I had a few margaritas before he came over. So Brittany just bought like a big thing of
Mixer
like the what is
Pre-made,
it? 1800. Like
I saw that in
pre-made
there when we did
margarita.
75, yeah.
So we just had a few because we made some kind of like taco casserole thing for dinner. So we just started making margaritas and we had a little bit of that tequila left over. So we were putting little tequila floaters in there and that was really good.
Wait, so does I assume it has the tequila already in it?
It's alcohol. I mean, it's 10% alcohol.
It's wuss.
barely, yeah. So it kind of needed a floater.
Yeah.
But
Floater. When you say, I think it's something else. Looking out at the pool.
hashtag poop.
Hashtag poop in the pool.
Yeah, that's it. We can go ahead and get into the old rigmarole.
How are you doing in Horizon? But before we get to that, I meant to actually ask, how was Blaster Master Zero? You went and bought it.
So here's the thing. I haven't actually played Horizon, I don't think, since 75. But I've played a lot of Blaster Master Zero.
Okay.
I'm loving this game. I'm almost done with it. I actually got to the final boss today and couldn't beat it. Up until the final boss, I would say I wouldn't say the game is too easy. So I don't remember. I don't know how much you remember about the game, and I don't know how much this game is different from the original.
I don't remember much other than
But
just like screenshots.
When you're in like overhead mode as just your guy, you can pick up power. It's almost like Gradius maybe, where everything it like powers up your weapon, and every time you get hit, you go down one kind of thing. But eventually you get a power up where you can take a hit, and as long as you don't get hit again for like 3 seconds, you don't lose. Yeah. So once you've got the most powerful weapon, it shoots through walls. It's got like a wide range. Like the game is borderline too easy. It's not easy, but at least those portions of the game are too easy. The boss fights are usually pretty simple, but it's a lot of fun. And like I said, I couldn't beat the final boss. I basically got to the final boss before I was 100% sure that I was at the end of the game. And I'm like, whatever, I'll try to beat it. And I couldn't, which kind of made me glad because I'm like, I know there's a bunch of stuff I haven't explored yet. So I played for a few hours today and went back and explored everything. So I've got the only power-ups you get, it's not like Metroid where you can get like missile boosts and super missile boosts and power bomb boosts and all that stuff, but you do get like health increases. So I found all those. I found all the like optional items and stuff. So again, no trophies on the Switch, but I would think that once I beat this boss,
you'll be 100%.
I would have 100% of the game, and they don't track it to my knowledge. But so I have all the health boosts, which I didn't have before. So I was working my way back to the final boss to go finish it off, and then Brittany wanted to watch House of Cards, so we watched the first episode of that.
Oh, that reminds me.
So by next week, I will have finished it, but I love it. For $10, I think it's totally worth it. Part of me wants to go back and play the original just because I don't remember. This is definitely a remake, more or less, of the original.
Okay.
But
Souped up.
trying to think of how different the original was. And I just have no idea, but this game it's a lot of fun. For $10, it's totally worth it. I don't know if it's on anything but Switch.
It's not. It's a Switch exclusive. It's a Switch exclusive.
Totally worth it. If you're one of the 3 million, however many people that have a Switch out there, for $10, if you remember Blaster Master from way back in the day, if you're old like this guy is, you probably remember.
But you're the one that played it.
Great game. Totally worth $10. It's a good game to keep you busy for. I mean, I probably put upwards of 10 hours into it, 8 to 10 hours maybe. It's worth it for $1 an hour kind of thing. Totally worth it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. This guy is apparently pretty good at Street Fighter. Why don't you tell us about that?
So I've been playing Ultra Street Fighter 2, but before I forget to say, so I did win 9 ranked online matches in a row. Can you give me a thing? I won 9 ranked online matches in a row on Ultra Street Fighter 2. And it's one of those things where it's like, eventually I'm like, I know what's going to happen is I'm going to get overconfident, or I'm going to start thinking during the matches instead of just reacting and playing. But instead what I did is I sent him a screenshot. It was like, hey, I've won 9 in a row. Lost the next 2 matches.
Of
like,
course. The next 2.
But I've won like 17 out of 20, I think is what it is, ranked matches. I'm like, this is cool. But then like you build up points for every time you win and stuff. But then I'll go up against, I'm like at 750 battle points or whatever it is. Then all of a sudden I'm like, I go up against somebody with like 1,800, and immediately I'm like, well, I'm going to lose. No, I beat him, But then I go up against somebody with 4,500, and he was Sagat, and he had a sliver left, and he got me. I blocked a fireball. I thought I had enough to absorb it, and I didn't, and I lost. But so much fun. But what I was going to say before I forget, I won 4 or 5 matches in a row ranked online in portable mode. Handheld mode, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And it made me thinking, I thought of the perfect accessory that Nintendo or a third party needs to sell, because I would buy it for $30, $40, whatever it would be. A left Joy-Con that is really only meant to be played in handheld mode. I get why the D-pad is 4 separate buttons.
I gotcha.
But I just want a real D-pad. So basically I'm saying, yes, Nintendo, I would pay you $30 to give me a real D-pad. Because everybody already has 2 Joy-Con because the Switch came with 2 Joy-Con, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if you want one that's just for if you're going on a trip or something, and you don't care about playing it with the Joy-Con like this, you just want to play handheld mode, I just want a real D-pad. I would buy that.
Yeah. I just thought of something else I wanted to talk about, but go ahead.
Okay. The other thing I found out, I almost like using an analog on the Pro Controller better than the D-pad. I love the Pro Controller, but something about that D-pad, like it just doesn't roll as much. It doesn't. It doesn't roll like the PS4 does.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So but then that analog, I never play fighting games with an analog stick.
I'm trying to think of what I used.
The analog
when
on
I
the Pro
played.
Controller is really good.
See, analog with fighting games, analogs have it's kind of a sore spot with me because I think of arcade games with the joystick and having to and it just never. And so I feel like I tend to stay away from the analogs, but I don't. Maybe I used the analog when we were playing. I know I went back and forth. I'm just trying to think of which one I liked better.
The game is so much fun. I checked. I've put 6.5 hours into it already. Oh, and the other thing I played it, like I was telling Sean, I played it on. They do have 8 difficulty levels, so it is just like on the Genesis and Super Nintendo. So I played through it on level 7 out of 8. I think it's Grandmaster or something with Ryu, and I went the whole way without getting beat once. It's like I was telling Sean, it's like I feel like it makes me feel like I'm good, and then I go online and I'm pretty decent, which definitely makes me think I haven't really lost it. Way better than I was at Street Fighter V playing online, that's for sure. But it's like I was telling Sean, if you've played Street Fighter 25 years ago, the patterns are still all the same. They just might react a little bit quicker, or they might throw, if it's Bison, he's doing Psycho Crushers all like back and forth. Obviously, he's not charging because the computer doesn't need to charge their moves and stuff, but you know how to fight these characters because it's like if you went in there right, if we after we record, if we don't watch pay-per-view or whatever, if you go in there and you do it, I bet you could do just about the same thing.
Really?
Because you just get used. I mean, I've been playing. You only played it when we did the Let's Play, but you get all of a sudden you'll be like, I remember how all these they fight the same ways they did on the Genesis. I love that. I love it.
I'd like to think I could do just as well, but maybe not.
A couple other things I've been playing. I got into the Nex Machina Beta. That was fun. The weird thing is, so Nex Machina, if you're not familiar with, it's Housemarque's next game. Housemarque, the fantastic studio that brought us Resogun, one of my top 75 games of all time. This really is, though. This is apparently in the Resogun universe. It's top down. Think of like Smash TV style of up, top
down, screaming out money ain't a thing.
Yeah, with a window crack, hollow back, money ain't a thing. I love the table. But Alexa Bliss one, good. You have to save humans.
Okay.
You get multipliers. The voice saying all this stuff is the same as in Resogun. Multiplier up. Human saved. Shield. Like it's the same. It's so weird. I think it's harder than Resogun.
It's weird. I'm going to interject for 5 seconds because otherwise I'm going to forget. Speaking of familiar sounds and whatever, when I was playing Blaster Master Zero today, after I was about, 7 to 8 hours in, at least, probably, all of a sudden it clicked, and some of the sound effects I was hearing, and then I finally realized it's the same developer, Hudson, Sunsoft, whatever you want to call it. Are they the same? Or do I just get them confused? Are they actually the same?
I mean, neither of them exist anymore. But
well, regardless, whoever it is probably a carryover from the original Blaster Master.
Right.
It is the same sound effects from Fester's Quest.
Oh my gosh, really?
I don't remember. I don't know why that stuck with me, but all of a sudden I was hearing this, like, I think it's the sound of when you pick up like a power up or something. It's like a typical video game noise, and I'm like, straight from Fester's Quest, which is a fantastic game.
It is a good game.
Go ahead.
But Nex Machina, so basically you go up, like you start, and I played on normal difficulty. I didn't want to play it on easy, and I recorded some gameplay, but there's no point in putting it up, but I've got it. You go through, like, your goal on each, like, sub-stage, like stage 1-1, you have to defeat all the enemies there, which is super easy. Then you go up to stage 2, and then there'll be, like, some humans you want to save for extra points, but there's also, the whole thing is kill the enemies on that stage, go up to the next level. Over and over and over and over again. But they just get, like, the areas that you're in are so confined, and they're just, the screen fills up with enemies. And it's not, like, and you've almost got, like in Resogun, you had the overdrive was the big laser, but then you had, like, the boost, where you you could get out of danger. You can do that in this, but you just go, dink. It's just kind of like like a quick dash or something. I don't know what I would call it. You just It's just more difficult. It was fun. I'm probably not going to pick it up, but I'm glad I got to play it. It was just so weird hearing all the Rezo gun sound effects and voices and stuff. I was like, this is so weird.
Right. Yeah.
Then the other thing I've been playing some more, Axiom Verge. I love this game. I beat the third boss now, which is the one where it just zooms way out.
That's the one I was thinking of where I'm like...
playing that on the Vita would be
that
impossible.
Alone was like, yeah, playing on the Vita, you're going to be dealing with some pretty small sprites. But.
Tell me if I'm crazy. Okay, I thought you were going to... I didn't know. That boss reminded me of a Contra boss. Fighting against this, I was like, this doesn't feel like Metroid. This feels like Contra, and that is
trying
awesome
to picture.
too.
I remember the fight.
So
the
he's got
arena,
like
whatever. But
he's got there's the two little gun things he's got that are shooting things at an arc and then they explode. There's those two down there, but depending in the order you shoot stuff off him, his attacks change in different orders. So what I did first was I got up and he's got the big like tail thing that's here and it comes up and it goes bzzz, and he like angles a laser all over. You shoot that first, then you go after his head, then you go down, you shoot those things. Then he's got a big Hadouken that's coming down an ankle.
Hadouken?
Yeah, Hadouken. Shout out to Dad. You jump all the way up and then you kill. Then you kill his little face. It looks like a butthole kind of like. So much fun. So I got that. I finally got the lab coat. I've got the high jump. But now I'm to the point where I go above ground. I feel like I'm kind of stuck, but I know you're never really stuck in this game.
Right.
I powered up my Axiom Disruptor. I think what it is I was falling asleep last night. The second thing that you meet, the second big face thing, somebody told me to get a drone, which the whole time I've been thinking a drone was going to be doing this. Drone is that little alien thing that you get, and you got to use that. I took the drone to some area that only it could get to, and I died pretty far through it, and I was like, I'll come back to this, thinking it was just going to be a power-up. I'm like, oh, it's probably a power-up. It's probably something that I need to get to the next boss to progress the game.
It may be, yeah.
So I love it. It's a lot of fun. I wish I had played it before now, almost 2 years after it came out, I think. But it's so good. I don't know how far I am. Like, I've been through 3 bosses. I think there's like 7 or 8, so I don't feel like I'm even halfway yet. I've probably only played about 2.5 hours or so.
I don't remember there being that many bosses, but maybe. I would have thought like 4 or 5, 6
really?
maybe. I mean, I could just be flat out wrong.
Yeah.
But
it was cool the first time you die in it, and he's like, "Oh my god, did I just die?" And they're like, "Yeah, I mean, but we like took your mind particles or whatever it said, the red stuff,
right,
and put you back together." And he's like, "So am I still me?" I'm like, "This is a trip. This game is so cool. I love
Very
it so
meta.
Much. Love it so much." All right, you want to get the news of the week, Sean?
Let's do it.
There's like, what is F? A, B, C, D, E, F. There's 6 items here, but really there's only 2 that we're going to spend a lot of time on. The first one we've been waiting for a long time. Nintendo finally said what their online stuff is actually going to be. They got rid of the free games per month. But let's go through this. So anyways, originally they had said there's going to be some price to play online. You'll get a game that you can play for free for a month and then it goes away.
Right.
And that changes every month. We're all like, well, that's kind of dumb. It's like not cool. You know what I wish? I wish Nintendo would just be like Netflix. Wouldn't that be cool, Sean?
It sure would, Kevin.
They're Netflix! Kind of. So, still very confusing. But so basically, the free games per month thing is gone. They are now a Netflix-style subscription service. $3.99 for 1 month, $7.99 for 3 months, or $19.99 for 12 months. Awesome. What else is here? Yeah. So let me read this update that they sent to Kotaku to clarify some things and then some Q&As they did with IGN. So this is from Kotaku. Nintendo confirmed that this monthly plan has indeed changed, telling Kotaku, quote, Nintendo Switch Online subscribers will have ongoing access to a library of classic games with added online play. Added online play.
Mm-hmm.
So we could play Super Mario 3 from Cairville to Cairville. Users can play as many of the games they want as often as they like as long as they have an active subscription. Nintendo adds, Nintendo Switch Online subscribers will be able to play a wide variety of classic games, including Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. What system were those 3 games on other than the NES?
I don't know.
The NES
the
Classic.
NES Classic.
More games will be announced at a later date. At launch, the classic game library will include NES games. Super NES games continue to be under consideration, but we have nothing further to announce at this time. I got some thoughts on that. It remains to be seen whether this classic service will replace Nintendo's traditional virtual console, which allowed fans to buy old blah, 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 blah. When they asked them about the virtual console, Nintendo said, quote, "We have nothing to announce on this topic." IGN also had some questions to Nintendo. They asked, will Nintendo announce new details about its new online service at E3 2017? Their answer, we will announce further details later this year. That means no. Does the compilation of classic games include Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 games? At launch, the classic game library will include NES games. Super NES games continue to be under consideration, but we have nothing further to announce at this time. They didn't even mention Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Or GameCube. Will the test version of the chat app, this chat app, I got something to talk about this, be launching this summer still? Will it include the appointment feature? Starting this summer, any Nintendo Switch owner with a Nintendo account and a supported smart device will be able to use a version of the smart device app with limited functionality. We have nothing further to announce at this time. I'm going to say that. That's going to be my new line. Is a subscription to the Switch online service the only way to get classic games, or will there also be a virtual console type service that allows you to purchase games individually? What do you think they said, Sean?
We have nothing further to announce at this time.
That is correct. So, what is up with the virtual console? Are we not getting... Now, as much as I love this...
I would prefer this to a virtual console.
Yes.
However, I don't like... that we're not going to get this until 2018 at least. And that's not January 2018. That's 2018.
Yep. So if you want to play Link to the Past, you really want to play Link to the Past, you got to buy it or borrow my Wii U, actually.
Well, yeah. But so I know back when we were...
Or just wait till later this year, but yeah.
I know back when we were first talking about... When we were first talking about the NX at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if Nintendo does this, they've won.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like they weren't going to do it. Now it seems like they're going to do it, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. So there's no way we don't get Super Nintendo games on here. It may not be till after the SNES Classic has come and gone.
You nailed it.
Maybe N64.
Apparently.
But I think there will still be a virtual console, whether they call it that or not, for like GameCube games, maybe Wii games that are download separately. I don't think they're going to be part of this service. I think this tops out
NES and Super NES.
Maybe N64, but it may just be NES and SNES, which honestly I'm fine with. That's where the majority of the old school games are that I want to play.
I would even be fine if they said, so this $20 gets you online play, chat functionality, and you can play any NES game that we put out in the library.
Right.
For $29.99 a year, you get Super Nintendo games also. And
Yeah.
for $39.99, you get
$40 a year.
Right. Less than
I'd
PS
pay
Plus.
$10 a month easy for this.
We said we'd both play $10 a month easy for that. Yeah.
So I mean,
that's what if they do that. I'm
whatever
saying
they got to
still.
do. Yeah, they can do a tiered structure. That's totally fine with me.
I do think
Not to mention if they do follow through with this like added online element. I don't think it's going to be new gameplay modes. Like I don't think Super Mario 3 will have some new online mode
Super
that
Mario
never
Wii U or
existed.
something,
Right. But even if it is just we both log on, I watch you play, and when you die, I get to play.
Yes.
Like it's just as if we were in the same room, but we don't have to be. That's perfectly fine.
Or if they
with
put
me.
double dribble up there or bases loaded and we can play against each other.
That would be awesome.
That's so cool.
My biggest thing, and I don't know if they've touched on this yet, is this going to be like, what is it, PS Now or whatever? Where do you need an online? Do you need to be online to play these games, or can you like download them? Like if I'm up on an airplane or something, I want to be able to play like to the past.
Pretty sure
I don't
you
want to
can-
have to be on the internet to be able to play it. That's my biggest concern right now, which I don't know if they
Users can play as many of the games they want as often as they like, as long as they have an active subscription. Is all that they've said. What I think it will be is what they should. Actually, I don't think this is what it will be. I don't know what they should do. You made that really difficult right there. What they should do. PS Plus games, you download them, they're free. But if you stop your PS Plus membership, even if they're on your hard drive, you can't play them because your license is gone.
Right.
That's what they need to do.
I hope that's
you
what
have
they
to
do.
be able to play this on airplanes and stuff. Otherwise, everything I just said goes out the window.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think 100% they're not going to put SNES games in this thing until the SNES Classic has been defuncted a year from now.
Yeah.
It sucks that this isn't coming until 2018. I like that I can keep playing Street Fighter Online for free until then. That's cool.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart and whatever else I end up getting. But I hate it that it's not until 2018. But again, I've got the NES Classic. I'm going to get the SNES Classic when it comes out. One way or the other, I'm getting that system. Oh God, I can't even wait. But the SNES Classic has to be influencing that decision. It has to be.
My other big concern, I don't like the fact that they're calling out specific games right now.
That's what makes me think it's just going to be the 30 games that were on the NES Classic, at least to start. It's going to be those 30 games.
Maybe
I will
to
predict
start
that right now.
If that's to start, that's fine. But if I don't want this to mean I can't, it should be at least
the
for
virtual
NES,
console library. Yeah,
at least for NES, it should at least be that. There's no reason it couldn't be the full, aside from any kind of
licensing, whatever.
Yeah,
like Ninja Turtles 2 and 3.
Exactly.
We'll never get to play
it
it again because Konami doesn't have the license.
Full NES library.
Yeah,
there's no reason it can't be. Those games are like 500 kilobytes a piece. Like,
right.
Just throw them all on there, be done with it. But if it's the 30 games from the NES Classic to start, and that's not the final product, okay. But I would hate to think that I couldn't play Contra. I only can play Super C.
Right.
That I have to play Castlevania 1 and 2, but I can't
not
play
the best
Castlevania 3.
ever. Yeah.
So I'm hoping, I mean, when you sent that to me the other day, I thought that was just kind of a rumor, and then I was like, wait, no, this is coming straight from Nintendo.
It's actually a thing, yeah.
But it sounds like I don't know. There's a lot more to come, I think. But
yes,
God, if they do this right, when we were talking about how if they did this, that would be huge. I thought there was a chance, technologically speaking, there's no reason they can't do it.
Of course, right.
But I remember thinking, there's a chance they do this, but it just seems too good to be true, and they probably won't do it. And sure enough, they weren't going to do it. And now all of a sudden it sounds like maybe they will. I just hope they do it right. If they nail this, I forget about it. I don't want to overstep my bounds, but it almost seems like they will have won. I mean, where do you even put the Switch? Is it this gen? Is it next gen? Is it last gen? I don't even know what you call it.
It's not even, because the Wii U was in between the 3 and the 4. This is between the 4 and the 5.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Whatever comes next.
Yeah.
The other thing that was part of this is that they announced that, like I said, the chat app is coming. Have you seen how you can chat online on the Switch?
I have not.
I hope I remember to put this in here, because
right here.
Up here
maybe.
This is what you have to do. You have to get your Switch. Remember how they said, oh, it'll be great because you can just use your smartphone. That's what Reggie said when they announced this stuff, to chat. Oh, no. You can't just talk to your smartphone. You know what you got to do? You take a plug from the 3.5 millimeter jack out of your Switch into this dongle. Then you take your phone and you go from the 3.5 millimeter switch on your phone into the dongle. Then you go from the dongle, take that, and you go from that, you plug your headphones into the dongle. So you have 3 wires going to chat online. Now,
what is your smartphone even doing at that point?
I have no idea. You're just using your minutes or something? I have no idea. I don't have a dog in the fight because I don't need to chat online. If Sean and I wanted to, we could like Skype or something. Right. We could just get on our phone.
But it should be so much easier than this.
This is insane. Hopefully I will remember to put this picture in. If not, Google it. That is the most, I will never, like I love Nintendo. I will never defend this.
I'm not
this is horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Screwed that up big time, Nintendo. You got to fix that. There's no reason it shouldn't be built into the console. Maybe that'll still come in an update later on. But holy crap, did they screw that up. Anything else you want to add on the Switch announcements, Sean?
I have nothing further to announce at this time. I can't get this off my head.
The Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming in-house. Tetsuya Nomura is now directing. If you don't know who that is, he's mostly directed every Kingdom Hearts game, including Kingdom Hearts 358 divided by 2 days, Kingdom Hearts 2.85 Remix HD, I think. Now I'm just going to make up names. But yeah, so this comes from Square Enix to Kotaku. Quote, I've taken over the development side of the Final Fantasy remake, Hamaguchi said. He's not the director. He's somebody up there, but that other guy I said is directing it. Up until now, development has progressed by receiving external collaboration, which was with CyberConnect. That was me editorializing. But from here on out, with production and quality in mind, we're shifting to our in-house organization. The company decision was made wanting to control... Yeah, I bet. That's what you feel like. Was made wanting to control quality as well as keeping the schedule stable. This game is never going to see the light of day, and I hate that because this was the Final Fantasy game that I was going to play, the Final Fantasy 7 game I was going to play. This game is literally never going to come out. We still don't have a date on Kingdom Hearts 3, which has been in development forever, longer than this. They first showed this game off 2 years ago at E3. We are not... My prediction last year... One of my E3 predictions was that Episode 1 was going to come out September of this year for the 20th anniversary of Final Fantasy 7 in the U.S. Hell no. We ain't getting nothing. We're not going to get a demo. We're not going to get anything. Nothing for this game. Does this game ever come out? Second question to you, how heartbroken are you with how effed up this has become?
I'm starting to think no, which sucks, but at the same time leading into B, I had already kind of prepared myself for that. I never thought this would ever happen.
Yeah.
And even when they announced it, I was like, sweet. But I'm not going to hold my breath for this thing. And sure enough, it's playing out exactly as I feared it would. This game is... I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer. This game is... Possibly never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen, and I hate that. I wanted to play this game so bad, that especially once I finally played Final Fantasy 7 for the half hour that I did. But I saw Cloud jump onto the train and all that, and then I remembered back that debut trailer where they showed Cloud surrounded by all the soldiers and they all shoot him and he runs and he jumps on the train. I'm like, oh my god! Like for somebody like you. Or anybody that like Final Fantasy 7 is one of their favorite games of all time, seeing that just had to be like, take me now, Lord. I can die happy.
Probably to insane. A lesser extent, but the easiest thing I can put it into comparison for you is if this was a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Now
Imagine if there's a Final Fantasy 7 pachinko machine.
You are bigger into Metal Gear Solid,
yeah,
and specifically Metal Gear Solid 3 than I am into Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I feel.
It's why I was so conflicted when they showed the pachinko and they showed all those cutscenes, and I was like, this is a dream come true, but it's a slot machine. You know? And again, it's never gonna come out. It's just, this isn't gonna come out. We're never gonna...
Nope.
Nothing further to add, Your Honor?
Nothing further to add at this time.
Few release date notes, and then the PS Plus games were confirmed. First, Sonic Mania is out August 15th. I'm very happy about that. Perfect timing. A week before Uncharted: The Lost Legacy comes out. It was a week before Shadow of War, but that must have got scared off of Sonic Mania because now Shadow of War is now coming out in October. Need for Speed Payback was also announced. That's coming out November 10th. I don't care about it. It looks beautiful, but I haven't really cared about a Need for Speed game since 96 or whenever we had ours on the PC. And Randy loved it too. Randy would always be the Viper. I'd be the Lamborghini. I think you were the Ferrari always.
I went back and forth between the Lambo and the Ferrari.
Yeah, the Viper.
But God, I love that Acura NSX.
Yes.
To this day, anytime I see one of those, I mean the old ones.
Yeah, no,
I don't think I've seen a new one, but those old ones are beautiful.
They were so cool. And last but not least, the PS Plus games were confirmed for June, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. PS4 does, in fact, get Killing Floor 2 and Life is Strange. Oh, breaking news. Cesaro and Sheamus won the tag titles. You're seeing this 2 days after it happened, but I did not expect that. Maybe they'll finally be broken now. The Hardys will.
I
Maybe they
hope
finally got the whole copyright thing done. PS Plus. So yeah, PS4 gets Killing Floor 2 and Life is Strange. Are you excited for Life is Strange? Because I am. Logan has got me so hyped up for this game. I can't wait to cry my eyes out and all that.
I heard
stuff,
a lot about it. I heard a lot about it. I heard
You got it. Just
it sounded like
keep
I was
going.
missing a syllable.
I heard a lot
about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know much of what it was, and I looked it up. And so, is this a quote-unquote walking simulator, or is there action? I know it's got the whole thing where you can like rewind. It's the whole butterfly.
I don't think it's a walking simulator. I think it's more a Telltale Games kind of game. That's what Logan was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm especially for free. I'm absolutely looking forward to this game. Killing Floor 2, I don't really know a whole lot about, but
It's like
I
a
mean,
zombie
for
mostly
free, whatever.
multiplayer
I'll
game
check
or
it
something.
out.
I'll download it at least so I've got it in the system.
But no, Life is Strange. I'm absolutely looking forward to. I think that's going to be awesome.
PS3 also got Abyss Odyssey. I have no idea what that is. And World Rally Championship, WRC5. So other than the PS4 games, PlayStation, you're sucking again. Vita got Neon Chrome and Spy Chameleon, which are both cross-buy with the PS4. I don't have anything else to say there. Why are you folding that up?
No reason.
I'm going to need that for my timestamps.
Yeah, that's fine.
You need to throw the other one.